morning, we had some showers out there today. It was all part of that system that we were telling you about yesterday. That was that coastal disturbance that was spreading Atlantic moisture from the south and east up toward the north and west. So the showers that were moving into our area today were coming from a different direction than they normally come in from. We often will be watching showers and storms coming in from Alabama into West Georgia first, then through Atlanta into the east. Well, this was just the opposite as these showers were pushing in from the coast up into our areas, that Atlantic moisture that was being picked up by that southeasterly flow. So that system is just one of the two systems that we're watching very closely over the next couple of days. Number one, the coastal disturbance. That's what brought us the showers that we had today. The other system we're watching is a storm system to the west, in the Midwest, that will eventually move our way. It's not really a fast mover though, but it is the next system that we'll be watching that will move in, we think, by late Friday into early on Saturday. That is going to give us the potential for some storms around. We're going to break down really both of these systems for you as we're chatting here over the next few minutes on this extended weather update here on 11 Alive Plus and Weather Impact 24/7. By the way, for those of you watching right now on YouTube, if you will, we're glad you're watching us there on YouTube, but we would also like to ask you to download 11 Alive Plus on your television, and so you can get a sample of what we do here on 11 Alive Plus and Weather Impact 24/7. And we have great weather content, not only doing these 15-minute long special weather updates numerous times during the day, but also a lot of other great weather content on there. Plus, you can take a look at live radar almost any time of day there, 24/7. So be sure to do that and download 11 Alive Plus on your television. It is free to stream for free as well. Here's a look at what we're watching with those showers that have been moving in, and you see that flow coming out of the southeast, moving up toward the northwest. That's what brought these showers in. And then a lot of these really started breaking up as it moved closer to the Atlanta area. We did get some rain here. We got about 1/4 inch of rain here today when those showers moved through. We still have a few of them left. Some of these up here in the northern parts of Forsyth County and into Dawson County, where we've got still some light showers that are occurring there. More of those showers pushing up to the north and west, and even still a few sprinkles here on the east side, so that still could move through the city as well, but nothing too strong out there right now. And as we mentioned, it's part of that disturbed weather, or this area of disturbance there off of the Georgia coastline. And you can kind of see the flow with that here, bringing in that Atlantic moisture to South Carolina. It was bringing that Atlantic moisture into central Georgia and up into the Atlanta area. That will continue to calm down, though, as we go through the rest of the evening and overnight hours. And really, tomorrow is going to be a mainly dry day here, with only a 20% chance maybe of an isolated shower that could develop. Now, we're also watching this. We have these showers and storms in the Midwest, stretching from parts of Missouri and into Illinois. That moves down into Arkansas. Nothing really severe with that right now. There's a low risk for some isolated stronger storms that could develop along that line. And then also more storms back into from New Mexico, moving into parts of Texas here, where we have some stronger storms there, severe thunderstorm watch, and also some severe thunderstorm warnings there that are pushing into parts of Texas. So all of this is going to be interesting to watch here, because we'll see this entire system getting closer to us, and that is what is going to bring us our next rain chance and potential storm risk later in the day here on Friday. Here is a live look right now at Truist Park, and if you were, let me go back to that picture there. We did have a rain delay for the beginning of the game, and that's what we were talking about at 4, 5, and 6 o'clock, thinking that some of those showers would linger for the beginning of the game, but then we thought that they would get that game going. They did get the game going now, so you can see the fans in the stands. We'll just have to watch maybe a couple of those other little spots there. I'm sorry, I don't know why that camera's not coming in. Oh, that's the airport camera where they don't have any delays, but the wrong input is in there for that. Here's another view of what we're watching. This is our tower cam at Arizona Avenue, looking over toward the west. Still some clouds there, but look at this. Clouds trying to break up somewhat as those showers are also breaking up in our area too. Now, let's take a look at the severe weather threat for the rest of the nighttime hours. Earlier when we were showing you this, we had a light green color here that was pretty much along the Mississippi River, and that's where we saw some of those showers that were developing, but we no longer think that those are going to turn severe. So the Storm Prediction Center has taken that level 1 risk away. But remember, I showed you those storms that were out in parts of New Mexico and into Texas. Kansas, that's where there's a level 2 risk. And that's the part that we're going to have to watch going into tomorrow and then definitely into Friday too. Tomorrow, the severe weather risk area expands a little bit more. You see the yellow color there, that's the level 2 risk for parts of Texas into Oklahoma, southern Kansas, and then the level 1 risk extends over, crossing the Mississippi River, going up into parts of western Tennessee, into Kentucky, and also pushing up into areas of Indiana and into Ohio as well. We are not expecting really just a low risk for a shower here, but even if any showers develop, we don't think that we would have any severe storms along with that too. Then on Friday, we see this yellow area expand out a large part there, even extending into parts of northwest Georgia. Now, when you see this, I don't want you to be overly alarmed by it. I just kind of want you to be aware of this. This is a really conditional level 2 risk. And when I say that, I mean it depends on if that system out to the west is even going to make it here or hold together to turn severe. But they have outlooked us in that level 2 of 5 risk, including the metro area. I really think that should be more into northwest Georgia. So the whole thing is, I'm saying over the next couple of days, just keep an eye on this. And I really think that these threat areas may change a little bit as we get into more data in and as we can see how that system is reacting as it moves almost halfway across the country. And we'll show you that on the time lapse coming up here in just a minute, or in our forecast track in just a moment. Our high today made it into the lower 80s, right at 80 degrees. Our low this morning was 68. So the high today was about 5 degrees below the average. We did pick up some rain today, not a lot, but about a 1/4 inch of rain there. So our rainfall surplus is still just about an inch above where we should be in rainfall for the year. Take a look at these temperatures. Now, when the rain came in, it helped to drop our temperatures a little bit more late afternoon with just some of those showers that pushed into our area. And now we're generally holding in the lower 70s, and we'll pretty much stay there for the rest of the evening hours overnight. And into tomorrow morning, we may dip down just a little bit more, but we've got lower 70s all around. Not any big ranges there. We hit 69 in Carrollton, up in Canton at 68, more of those 60s up in North Georgia, but there's still a lot of moisture that is, kind of inhibiting those temperatures from falling too much. Now, for the past 24 hours, or past 20 hours, you see how we drop down into those upper 60s in the early morning hours, and then we watch those temperatures rise. I mentioned we got up to 80 degrees. I know you're seeing 79 for the high there, and also over at 5 o'clock, but actually in between those times, we bumped up 1 more degree to 80. That was the official high. But this is when the rain came in, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Cooled us down to 74, then it came back up into the upper 70s, and then dropped back down into the lower 70s as we saw a couple of other showers that were pushing into our area. So tomorrow, we're going to see a pretty nice morning. Clouds, though, maybe a stray shower in the morning, but temperatures right at about 68 degrees. And then through the day, rain chances on the low end, and we'll see generally partly cloudy skies to, at times, mostly sunny skies here, with temperatures warming back up tomorrow, getting into the mid-80s right at about 84 degrees. So tomorrow's rain chance is only at about 20%, and that would be more likely earlier in the day. I really think we'll have some drier air coming in into the afternoon. With that sunshine, it gets back up to about 84 degrees. So let me walk you through the forecast track and show you what we have going on here. We still have that flow coming out of the east, where we've been seeing some of that Atlantic moisture move in. Just, again, a couple of those spotty showers. You see how that all falls apart for the rest of the nighttime hours? I really think most areas will be dry for the biggest part of the nighttime. And then in the morning, we have the clouds around. There might be a few raindrops here and there to start the day. And through the lunchtime hour, things looking good. Those morning clouds break up a little bit to give us some more sunshine. That'll be breaking through these areas here. And then into the afternoon hours, partly cloudy skies. And as you can see there, just a little bit of green showing up here and there. And that's why we're holding on to that 20% chance for a shower. I think most of us will make it through the day tomorrow without seeing any rain at all. Just that low chance for maybe just an isolated shower here or there. On Friday, that's the day that the Storm Prediction Center has us in that level 2 risk. But again, that's for late on Friday into those overnight hours of early Saturday. So Most of your daytime hours on Friday still look like they would be dry here. In the morning hours, you see here that it looks dry. Lunchtime, partly cloudy skies, looking pretty good there. And then in the afternoon on Friday, again, a 20% chance for an isolated shower to develop, but that's still ahead of the system that's going to be pushing in later on Friday. And here's the timing of that. This goes to 11 o'clock Friday. And this is showing part of that system pushing through areas of northwest Georgia. Heavy rain possible there, strong storms possible at 11 o'clock at night on Friday. Then this moves a little bit closer to us, and notice how it doesn't look as impressive at 2 o'clock in the morning when it's pushing into our area. Still, those storms could be strong. I'm really thinking that our main threats with this system would be wind and the potential for hail. Tornado risk, I don't really think is even going to be really happening with this, but as you know, just about anything can happen here in Georgia, as we have experienced that during the month of May. But that's the main thing we're going to be watching for, the potential for some strong winds and also some hail with that. Then as we go into Saturday morning, starting off with a few clouds around, and during the day Saturday, we're going to hold on to some rain chances that we think would come in the afternoon hours. This is at 3:30. You see some of these showers that are building out to the west. We have that potential that some of those will be pushing in for the afternoon and evening hours on Saturday. Rain chance on Saturday, we're going to put at about 40%. Thanks to that system that's going to be moving in. The other thing that we're watching, the smoke. All right, now since the wind direction has changed a little bit, we're seeing that easterly flow really dominate, and that is bringing us the blue colors, which is a really low potential for smoke. You know, we did have here showing up in the middle and in the high end when we had that wildfire smoke in the upper levels that was coming through. Well, now we have a shift in those wind directions, and the rain is helping to kind of mix up the air a little bit. So the smoke forecast is actually going to be lower going through the day on your Thursday, and then also into Friday too. Now take a look at that moisture map where we see these yellows and oranges. That's where we have some pretty moist air around, and that's what we have over us right now. Really, a lot of the southeast is pretty humid, muggy, a lot of moisture all around, and we don't really see a lot of drying. Even though we see low rain chances here for Thursday in the daytime hours on Friday, it's going to still be a lot of this moisture moving through here on Friday night into Saturday, holding on to this moisture for Saturday and Sunday, keeping us with some rain chances for the weekend. 40% chance on Saturday, 50% chance on Sunday, and then even into the beginning of next week, still seeing those rain chances a little bit lower for Monday, but holding on to still this moisture around. So again, we need a good system to come in here to give us a surge of some dry air to kind of push out a lot of this humidity and moisture that we have over us right now. So here's a look at the rain chances. 20% chance on Friday, 30%, or on Thursday actually, 30% on Friday, 40 Saturday, 50 Sunday, then back to 30% chance on your Monday. And the dew points kind of reflecting that too, what I was showing you with the moisture map. When you have dew points in the 60s, that's kind of humid air if that sticks with us, maybe even dew points up into the lower 70s here on Saturday and Sunday, just making it feel kind of muggy. And here's a look at the rain comparison, where additional rain potentially coming in over the next 7 days. The American model showing about 1.4 inches. The European model showing 1.8. That's pretty close. Now they have some differences as far as northwest Georgia, maybe seeing a little bit more as far as the European model. But again, we'll keep watching that as it gets closer to us, just with some additional rain that's going to be pushing in. Highs around 84 Thursday, warmer Friday and Saturday. Even with those rain chances, we're still going to have temperatures making it up to about 88 degrees. And then 84 for a high on Sunday, 85 here on your Monday. The European model showing that moisture that's really just going to kind of be sticking around with us going through the next few days here. Some dry periods here and there, but really no big surges of dry air pushing in to totally take away those rain chances. So what we see is what we get with scattered showers pretty much each and every day here for a while. So here's the 7-day forecast, and you'll see there that we have that low rain chance Thursday, Friday a 30% chance for showers, and then up to 40% Saturday, 50% chance on Sunday. We have the warm days on Friday and Saturday with highs right around 88 degrees, and then back down to 84 on Sunday when the rain chances are up to 50%. And then a 30 to 40% chance for showers as well, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Temperatures generally there in the mid-80s. So again, when you look at this 7-day outlook, I know that you see a lot of raindrops there and a lot of those thunderstorm symbols. It's not going to be raining all day, every day, but each and every day we will have a chance for some of those scattered showers to push through our area. So we'll keep an eye on that each and every day. At this point, the severe weather threat doesn't really look that outstanding, but on Friday night into Saturday, we'll watch for some severe storms possible. And again, for the weekend, we'll have to watch for some thunderstorm activity that could be developing out there as well. So we hope you enjoyed this extended outlook here on 11 Alive Plus and Weather Impact 24/7. We will do these often whenever we see weather, good weather or bad weather in our area.